Hey everybody, this is Jess Bear with Jess Bear Chats. Hope you're all doing well. And, you know, today has been kind of a rough day. Um, I woke up, as the Irish would say, with the sadness upon me. Um, just waking up feeling kind of tired and sad. And, I've been pretty productive this week, and there's been a lot going on, and a lot of energy's been around. And I've been trying to work with that and get a lot of things done and prepared. But this morning, it just felt like it finally descended upon me that I was weary and I was depressed and I had to take a little time to admit that and work with that. So, you know, you don't know me very well, probably, but I have been a person that has been surviving with depression and anxiety for a good portion of my life. And for a long time, I had to struggle with the idea that, I am depressed, that I was failing at keeping up this sort of normal function, and that it was, inhibiting my ability to live a full and successful life. With that type of thinking, it was really hard to get around the idea that it would ever stop. So, with the help of therapy and a lot of introspection, and I would say yes, with working in right relationships with my deities in the Irish pantheon, I feel like I have begun to understand and take on a better understanding of what it's like to be somebody that sometimes has to deal with the feeling of a heavy, wet blanket on my brain. And, you know, we're all very aware that there's a lot going on in the world today. There's COVID-19, there's corrupt government, there's a lot of people who are hurting, people who are dying, people who are scared. And, you know, it's okay to admit that I'm one of those people that is hurting and scared and is trying to plan for any possible situation that could happen in the future. Um, but I'm only one human being and I only have one body, and sometimes that body just informs me on certain days that I'm not going to be doing that much and I'm going to have to take a break. So, after doing just one or two very essential things that need to be done today, I got to spend some time in the community garden that my husband started a few weeks ago, which is now bearing some small vegetation. Um, and to help water it, we planted some new plants, and getting my hands in the dirt, touching the water. I also water the big oak tree that is out in our apartment complex, and taking that time to just be in the work, that very physical work, and feeling like we are accomplishing something and we're making something that is good and vital for the future. You know, it didn't lift the depression, it didn't lift the sadness, but it helped. Then I got an amazing letter and a postage from my buddy Alan, aka Eagle, from the Irish Pagan School, who sent us, me and my husband, some homemade masks, and he sent us a little donation for the community garden. And he also sent a a an Irish penny, and just with a note saying how to use the mask, but also saying that he sent the penny because he was being nudged to do so. And I don't know why, but having that little token, and it's the size of, if you're an American, it's about the size of what our pennies are, but it's just, it has the Dagda's harp on one side, and you know, opening that package and holding that in my hand, um, it still makes me emotional thinking about it. I'm still processing it. It was a beautiful um, recognition of community, of how we support each other with these little things that maybe doesn't seem like a lot, but to somebody who is struggling, means so much. And that's what that meant to me. Um, but it also was a reminder of me, to me, to make sure that I am uh, taking care of the financial side of things and making sure that we're being taken care of, my family's taken care of, and the promises that I have made, for community organization, to feed the community emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Um, it starts with making sure that we're maintaining our finances, and um, but it also reminded me that something as small as a penny is the start. It's the seed of greater works, and it was just such a comfort. And so I wanted to encourage folks who are struggling right now, who maybe are feeling a little overtired, are feeling anxiety, who are struggling with anger, at feeling overwhelmed, at feeling useless, at feeling overpowered, and unable to change things immediately for the better. Don't give up hope. Look around you and find something that does give you comfort, even if it's a nap, even if it's just turning things off and getting away from it for a while. That's actually a good part of what I did today too. Was I wasn't on the computer very much, and I picked up a book, and I also talked to people. I talked to my friends online, a little later this evening. I talked to a new friend, Christopher, who took the time just to listen to me and let me know that the things that I'm doing, hard decisions that I've been having to make, are in light of my best interest, and therefore they're good decisions, even if they're hard. So, doing all those things and recognizing that, um, I can't be productive, quote unquote, at least in the capitalist idea of productive, all of the time. I am I am a body of flesh and water, and it needs rest. It needs to be taken care of, and I need to give my mind a rest too, especially with everything that we have going on that's worrying ourselves. So, and it's okay to also feel the sadness when it comes upon us and recognize it for what it is, and recognize that it will pass. That feeling will pass, and then we'll be able to do something differently. It'll probably be different tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll maybe feel a little more rested And tomorrow, I hope to see some of you all at the Live at 5 at 9 a.m. in California time with the Irish Pagan School people. And hopefully, um, that will bring a little more time of play and time of learning and possible teaching opportunities, and the happiness will be upon us then. So something to think about and something to look forward to. Um, yeah. So I think that's it for today. I know it wasn't anything great or terribly well focused, not really planned, but something that I felt needed to be shared. Uh, so thank you for joining me for today, Just Bear Chats. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button over here, and you can also email me if you want to make comments or give me suggestions on future things you would like to see me talk about. And if you like what I'm doing, if you want to learn more about Irish pagan stuff, you should definitely check out the Irish Pagan School. And if you like what I'm doing here and want to give me a few bucks for pontificating on the internet, you can go to my Ko-fi or coffee page where you can donate a cup of coffee. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for now. Thank you all again, and until we see each other again, may you all be safe, well, and well fed.